Hey guys, welcome back. Today's episode is going to be fairly short. So we actually did pretty good today. We traded EVOK. So EVOK, looking at the top, we made $29. I feel like this was the best move you could possibly make, but obviously the move was limited because it was on a buyout. So they got bought out for $11. So price is not going to go above $11. And I know for sure it won't go over $11 because usually for agreement buyouts, it's going to be whenever the date settles, it's gonna be bought out that price. I learned my lesson on this when I tried to buy calls on US Steel when that deal was made. I think they were bought out for 55, 54, and I was being smart, and trying to buy calls over that strike price. I was like, wow, these calls are cheap. But no, I didn't know that your calls would just get wiped. So don't buy any options. This doesn't have an option chain, so don't worry about it. But that's how I know it wasn't going to go over $11 at the time. I didn't think that this would you know, I didn't know it was a buyout until after. I I should ask more questions, but I saw this. I'm like, whoa! Like from 5 all the way up to $8. I was like, that's insane. And then it shoots up another candle. I'm like, oh shit! I'm like, okay, let me get on a pullback since I saw this. Resistance $11.13. I started to pull back. I was like, okay, let me try to get a dip at least at the 1050 to break over 11. This was before I knew there was a buyout. So as you can see, I got in at 1046 at right in this candle right over here, and then I held for a minute. I sold for $29. The bid and ask was a bit wide, so I was holding fairly longer than I had liked. I was kind of like nervous. I was like, I don't know. But I mean, since it was a buyout, this held its price the whole time. So if you got in under 1050, you still would have profited, even if you held. By the time it settles, you're gonna get paid out for the $11 from the 100 shares or whatever amount of shares you bought. But obviously, we're not doing that since we're just momentum trading. We're not gonna hold day to day, just intraday. So yeah, and something else that I found out was Charles Schwab. If you guys trade on Thinkorswim, so I was looking at my level two. Let's see if it can be pulled up. Yeah, this is good. So if you look at my level two right now, so $29. Um, you can see the level 2 data is looking a little bit different. It's not showing the rounded up round lots. So typically this would be 18, 10, 2, 1, 1. Apparently Charles Schwab has changed the way their round lots on the level 2 are looking like. And this was just since yesterday. I remember last week it wasn't like really live. I didn't notice until yesterday. And thankfully they have a really good support team. They got to me really quickly, and he kind of explained to me and sent me the link to the website. So for us, since we're trading between 0 and like $20, I mean, my limit would be 12, maybe $15, but I really don't go for those higher price stocks. I guess to me it would be the same. The round lot size would be 100 shares. But on the level 2 for me, I'm not able to configure it. It's still showing unrounded. So this is what I'm going to be looking at, which I mean, for one, I don't really mind because now I could see like, whoa, that's a really big order versus just seeing like 100. But that would represent a 10,000 share order. So I don't know. And I guess for higher price stocks, the round lot size will get smaller relatively. So I don't know. I don't know if this is just Charles Schwab or if this is all across the board. I mean, it says new regulations. So if new regulations, I'm assuming, yeah, SEC has adopted new definition around lot. So let me know if this has affected your level two and how it's displayed, or if it's been the same. I don't mind it really. I think it's okay. To me, I think it's easier to read, but there is a lot of fluff. Not a lot. Well, there's a lot more to read on the screen, which for one can be overwhelming, but two, it might be easier to just see overall. Whoa, that's actually a bigger order in perspective to what I'm looking at versus just like an order of 10 when that could be 1,000 share orders. But this is only stock is traded. So what do we expect? Well, for tomorrow, I don't know. I'm sure you guys can tell the market sold off pretty good today, which I'm okay with. I had a feeling we were going to be going to some sort of downtrend, at least in the SPY, but maybe the small cap index. Gaps are always going to be filled. Um, we'll see. Hey, this 9 and 20 EMA is crossing over. So if, you know, the We're gonna be likely bouncing out from here, or we could still be selling off. Who knows? Honestly, there's a lot of weird. All right, don't know why I did that, but who knows? We will see what happens in the next following days. It'll be interesting to see. Really, I don't know what sort of catalyst other than Trump's tweets. I had a feeling on the SPY we were going to pull back. I mean, look, we've been gapping up. Every gap has been filled, and that I think is obvious to most people. So we could consolidate from here, but I'm expecting a catalyst from at least small cap stocks to rally. Typically, November and December is a strong month for equities. We might be starting off rough, but this could be a different, pace this year. So really, I don't know. Things are up in there. I don't know. You know, I'm not a financial expert. I try my best to understand these things, and I try to read books. I ask my friends who are in finance, and they just try to explain to me. And ChatGPT is available. But yeah, hopefully you found this enjoyable. Hopefully you guys liked my trades. Let me know what you guys traded today. I don't know what else was available on there. I stopped after like five. I gave it up after five. I was like, there's nothing else, $29. I'll take it. And you just saw it go from zero. But yeah, profits were good, decent. Huh, I guess it just reset. That's weird. Well, you guys just saw that live. But yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Be safe, and yeah, we'll take care. Peace.